You get tired. You get tired. You get tired of saying, I told you so. Jesus Christ. What? I'm done. And I don't mean like, oh, they broke me. I'm done. You can't save these people. You cannot. Welcome to, look, I don't know when I'm going to like do these streams on a regular basis. Jules David, talk to me. Talk to me. Like, obviously, you can't Skype in because you're not really Jules David, obviously. And it's a shame because if you remember, God, Jules David, I hope everyone here, actual people like Jesse James, actual people like Barry Stevens, I hope you're having a great fucking Saturday. It is finally fucking gorgeous here. Look at that out there. Look at my cat. Can you see her? She's on the chair. It's finally fucking gorgeous here. And I'll tell you people something. It is a great day to be jumping some rope. And I got to tell you, I got to quit fucking doing these streams. With summer coming, there's no way. And of course I can't. With summer coming, there's no way I'm going to keep doing these at 1 o'clock, let alone 2 o'clock on a Saturday. I'm glad I scheduled this for 2. You got to make me look like an asshole, Barry. I'm trying to make a point, and you got to be scatting and bebopping on my fucking head. So my point is, there's no way I'm going to be able to keep doing these fucking on Saturday afternoons. Don't get me wrong. I'll find a slot to keep doing them. I'm probably going to start doing them Friday afternoons because then you can watch Gun Friday Saturday if you need 6 straight days of our content. Now that Kevin Dabrowski is quitting podcasting, we had a nice chat about that. And I shouldn't say a nice chat, a chat where I begged him to keep doing it because outside of BS show and Miserable Men, it's the best show on the Shuley Network. I'm sorry. And I love you, Bob Levy, but let me tell you, Out of the Coffin's an Acquired Taste. The other show that Bob does, I'm so mad. It's hard to schedule it. They get an actual guest, and then Bob talks like an idiot. As long, and I almost said for an hour, but I think the one I saw, unless there's another one, he had the woman on for a solid 7 or 10 minutes, and then he started talking about how naturally you beat your wife if they spill something. I don't know what's going on with me and Bob. I love him. I hope he's not still mad at me for a tweet I sent. But that said, I don't know when. Oh, my God. Chad, this isn't you. Because I would send you. I know what you're doing. I see what you're doing. And then I send a link and Chad's like, and then Chad, like, look, I think I'm in a good place. It's like when you're in a relationship. And let's be honest. Guys, me, you, Bob's old teeth. People like, look, me, the fake Chad Zumach, Bob's old teeth, Shmuel Bruckman, you can hear me fine, right? Don't fuck with me. Wait, hold on. I know you can hear me fine because watch this. Test 1, 2. Oh, no. Fuck off. You can hear me fine. Gino, that canoes around the wrist tattoo. Hold on when I do it. Is an awful idea. I'm not getting it around the wrist, see, Jaquan. No, look, that's a real person. Look, and I'm going to get to the Godfrey thing. And again, I will watch this. Watch this. Despite the fact that is out there, as a comedian who, again, has never said anything terrible about Godfrey. How can you say that? We have 2 clips on YouTube. That was me clapping back fucking after he fucking believed the lies that I'm a racist. And I think what we're going to end up doing, as I have my Barry Ribs water, well, that looks clear, but there's a little apple cider vinegar in here. And by the way, guys like Lenny, I did not. Here's what I said, Lenny. I literally said, I said something with the word monkey in it, and I said, remind me to call Godfrey or something, which, yes, implies that. But let me explain something, and this is a good point to get to this, okay? That was me responding to Godfrey calling me a racist, and look, I'm telling you what I said, Lenny, and did I not say that? And don't care what you think. Look at this. Lenny, before I answer this, and I'll leave it up so I don't lose my place, because I was saying, we have a relationship. Me, the trolls like Lenny Stinks, Chad Zumach's former #1 fan, Barry Stevens, who's not really, Godfrey is funny. We talk about it on the air. And if you watch In Hot Water, there's not a single clip outside of one where a moment later I backtracked and literally said to Aaron Berg, because I'm like, he's not even that funny or something. And Aaron goes, Godfrey's funny. And I looked at him like, you're right. I got ahead of myself. But I remember when Godfrey, I can't remember the name of the movie, but it was some movie that came out in 2006, 7, or 8. And it had Tom Brady's baby mama, Bridget Moynihan, in it, where they're waiting tables. And I remember texting Godfrey saying, God, I just saw you in this movie back before you could stream shit. And I said, and we were friends like that. We weren't yachting together because he's black. Again, that's the same joke as the monkey thing. I don't care what anyone says, because you can look back. I have a tape somewhere of when I first moved to New York, and Godfrey, they roasted me, and Godfrey did a little, it was like guys on the street. It wasn't a roast at a dais. My friends in Delaware, quit bragging. My friends in Delaware made a fucking roast tape. Why do I keep taking off my glasses? And they interviewed comics in New York, and he was one of them. He said something silly and nice. And again, he never thought of me as a racist then. But I will walk you through the timeline of where this came from so that moving forward, guys, and I can't see me doing 2 hours the more I look at the weather outside. But moving forward, guys, and I'm sorry I haven't got Ray DeVito is sniping me right now. You're lying. You're lying. Come on. Hold on. Are you fucking with me? Put the link in the chat. Is he really? You're lying. Hold on. Is it on the Shuli Network? Because I'm subscribed. Please hold. The Shuli Network. Miserable Man is what I have. Hold on. Hold on, my girlfriend called, guys. She just called. I'm calling her back. It's my stream. We have fucking time, people. In fact, this is perfect. Watch this, obnoxious John. Watch. Baby, right now, do you mind? I'm a YouTuber. You forget that.
I apologize. I realized, and then I stopped calling.
Baby, really fast. Yeah. The guy just said Ray DeVito is stream sniping me right now. Is he? By the way, if you are Ray, baby, say hi, Ray, from your favorite 10-year-old boy. You piece of shit, DeVito. Say it.
This 10-year-old boy says hello.
Oh, Ray, what do you? If this is real, is Ray going? I never really Ray. And by the way,
I actually like Ray. I have no problem with him. However,
let me say thank you for helping me prove a point, because when Godfrey called me a racist, which isn't true, okay, and I clapped back in a ski mask podcast,
yes,
I said the word monkey. I'm like, remind me to call him now right here, because we're comedians and we can take a joke, unlike fucking Kevin Brennan, who stopped being one long ago. I literally just said, say hi to Ray DeVito from your favorite 10-year-old boy. And for some reason, Keanu didn't say Ray's a pedophile, Ray's an asshole. Lenny stinks. What Keanu did, and we'll get to, watch this, and we'll get to that, Lenny. And then I'll let you go, baby. Thank you. And what Keanu did was said, oh, it was a joke. Oh, it was a joke. So let me play along with the joke. Ray doesn't think of a 10-year-old boy, and I don't think fucking Godfrey is a monkey. But the difference is Keanu is a comedian who likes to make people laugh and hasn't been taken in by the bullshit. And you can let Godfrey see this. He's like, I'm sorry, but when I say the word nigger, I don't say it lightly. I say it with purpose. Kevin Brennan throws the word around because he's a 65-year-old creep who was raised by Irish Catholic people. Look, Mike, Keanu, why am I holding you hostage, baby? I'm sorry. What do you do?
Not, baby. I like listening to your voice. DeVito gets you down.
Baby, this is all a big hoax. I'm getting a giant canoe tattooed up to my dick, and my dick's going to be an Indian in a headdress, okay?
Very cool.
All right, I'm going to get back to this. I love you so much. I'll bug you later.
Love you.
Bye. Bye. Now, again, people, let me explain how the universe provides. Keanu just called in, and Lenny, I'll get to that because it's not fake, but we'll get to how this goes. And I'm sorry that I haven't gotten to the, I do, you know what? I'm going to end up needing a fucking moderator, but not yet, because I like to do this. Okay. So do you understand, trolls? Because fucking Keanu is a comedian and she knows it was just a joke. And watch this. Ray was not mad at Keanu. Ray likes Keanu. You like that, Ray? If you're stream sniping, Ray likes Keanu. It was a dig at me. He doesn't think Keanu looks like a 10-year-old boy. He fucking thinks Keanu's hot. But he wanted to take a dig at me. And I wanted to take a dig at Godfrey. Don't get me wrong. But it's a joke. I think, and watch this. You can watch clips of me on the air when Chad, who's as racist, the only person who's not racist between me, Chad, and Kevin Brennan is me, Lenny, and I'll explain why. Because I've always said Godfrey is a brilliant, funny comedian, unless that one time. And when Chad, who obviously assumes, much like Kevin Brennan, when a large, fucking sexy, zero body fat, gorgeous black man like Godfrey gets angry, he's going to act out in violence. No, that's what racist white Pat Dixon does. That's what Kevin Brennan does when he trashes a studio. That's what Chad Zumock does when he gets into fights, loses, and gets a black eye. So again, and as Dr. Steve endorsed me today, I woke up to think, man, you lit up Chad. You really are a smart comedian. Again, I cannot beg you people who, and again, this is our relationship, and I love you guys. Lenny stinks. Look at my face. I love you because you are the fucking impetus of the entertainment that is the dancing monkeys. Why would I call fucking Kevin Brennan a dancing monkey? And you need to ask yourself this. When I call Kevin Brennan, Chad, and Bob Levy, who I don't call one anymore, but when I call Kevin Brennan and Chad Zumock dancing monkeys, but I call fucking Godfrey one, it's different? No. I'm calling these guys, although let's be honest. Thank you, Keanu. Let's be honest. And watch this. Godfrey is not trash. I'll tell you why he's not. And you spelled it wrong. Godfrey is not trash, Junior Coltrane. He's a comedian who fucking is caught up in the, look, I'll insult Godfrey. I think he needs to be smarter with what's going on in the fucking thing right now, but politically. And I'll be the first to, but in my defense, if you watch In Hot Water, do I not always admit when I'm wrong? I don't think it's white versus black, Godfrey. I don't. And I'm not a racist. And Dante, I don't know when he started thinking I was a racist, when we would sit at clubs and joke around. I'll tell you why I think they're racist, and I'll get to that when I walk you through from fucking the ground zero of when it all started and drag in all the characters. But before I do that, I will say Lenny stinks. Please weigh in if that proved my point. Literally, Keanu called in to prove the point and text that I look very good. Thank you, baby. Literally, if you don't understand why comedians now more than ever, and I've said this, war is coming, war is here. God, it's beautiful out. I have to go jump rope. And if you're too stupid, and you guys aren't stupid, you're smart. Fucking Kevin Brennan's an idiot. And let me point this out. This whole thing with me and the Godfrey stuff started yesterday because Kevin Brennan, in keeping things going, and this gets back to what Lenny said about they made up the story. And again, I think it's hilarious that you guys think, I don't know why I need to find it. Thank you, Junior Coltrane. I don't know why you think, oh, by the way, yeah, Godfrey didn't have, I don't know what Godfrey's experience growing up is, but Godfrey landed, whatever it was, Godfrey's doing well. He's fucking hilarious. He's touring. Yeah. And you can say I'm simping when I'm saying he's hilarious. Watch this. I'll take it back. Godfrey crushes every time he gets on stage, and he does great voices. And no matter what you think, he's a tough follow. And you can think I'm simping, but go find anything I ever said where I said Godfrey wasn't funny, or go back and watch old In Hot Water clips where, again, I said Godfrey would never hit me because he's a fucking mature, fucking grown man comedian who knows he wouldn't throw away his career to hit someone. And I'll say, if he thinks I'm a piece of shit, Godfrey's smart enough to say, why would I throw my career away on a piece of shit? Unlike Kevin Brennan, who thinks I'm a piece of shit, and I've ruined him. No, you haven't, Gene. I've ruined him. Because if you take Kevin Brennan, who just like fucking Godfrey said those racist things said I was racist to get back at me from the lies he heard. And then I said, speaking of monkeys, let me call Godfrey. I said that to fucking say, look, I'm a racist. And again, if you think I walk around screaming it here in East Harlem, monkey. Oh, I'm kidding. I don't. Why would a racist live in East Harlem and live on 104th and 1st? Let me go. Well, because you're broke. If I was broke, you know what I would do? I would move to Tennessee and live with my aunt. Which, by the way, I moved to South Jersey and lived with my aunt when I was broke. So there you go. Why don't you buy a house? I love my neighborhood. I'm going to go jump rope in the ghetto. And another thing, Godfrey, because you're smart, I can't say, if I was racist, why would I be a comedian? I just heard Godfrey say you're not, wherever he is, if he heard that line. Why? Let me rephrase. If I was racist, Godfrey, Dante, why would I get on stage at comedy clubs to try and make people laugh? And I'm sorry, make fun of race. And this whole thing started, we'll get to it. This is how you say tease. Sorry that we didn't get the chats today. Or we will, or we haven't yet. This whole thing started fucking 2 summers ago and nearly 2 years ago. And we'll get to that. And it brings in all the players. Why, Godfrey? Why, Dante? Why? Are you saying, and I've said this in the act, and I mean it, you're smart guys. Fucking, I used to sit with Dante in his car and we would have fucking come to God meetings because he would call me such a fucking whipped piece of shit with my ex, Tara. I did Godfrey's podcast. God forgive me. I did Dante. They all look alike. Now you smiled at that, guys. Dante and Godfrey look nothing alike. And I have no problem with Dante. I hate that he thinks I'm racist, and I won't fucking try and talk him out of it. I'll just, as I say to people, I go where I'm wanted, much like Jim Stansel, who will be back this Tuesday. Okay. So again, I used to do Dante's podcast 2 or 3 times. Lives in Brooklyn. Fucking used to sit in his car and bullshit. Suddenly I became racist. Why? Because I use the word nigger, and I don't use it on stage. I do use it at my desk to try and disarm it because it's an ugly word, like the Holocaust was ugly. And as a country, people, and I don't say it in the act. When I make my next album, I will, but I just don't feel like battling people. But when I have a platform behind my desk and I can speak eloquently, because now I'm sober 24 days, let me have a little bit of scotch. I will use that word to embarrass people that use it hatefully, like Kevin Brennan. And I will give Chad props. Chad did send me Godfrey's new number. And I was going to reach out to Godfrey, which is why this was called My Dinner with Godfrey, hopefully. But he doesn't want to be bothered because he's a grown-up too. And Chad, when he sits there saying, I'm winning, Gino lost, I'm not in the game, Chad. I don't want your life. I don't want these fans. My fans, and don't get me wrong, I'm a fan of both our show, In Hot Water. I'm a huge fan of the MLC verse just because I like watching them destroy each other like Girls Love Vanderpump Rules. But I don't go into your chats to get more fans. I go in your chat, or I go in your stream to get you to speak the truth. And he can say all I want. Oh, you don't come in my stream yelling. Yeah, because you listened to Carl and the internet and you heard how I destroyed you on the first one. And I'm not going to say I destroyed you again. That's up to these guys. That's up to this fucking this crew that makes you and fucking Brennan dance like monkeys. And they'll tell you. Let me tell you. And just like you're made for each other. This is where I fucked up. I realized you live on lies. You live on lies. Okay? Just like Lenny's like, oh, just like Kevin Brennan. I broke Kevin Brennan. Would you like to know how? Because he's so consumed by a hatred of me. Because when I gave out his number, after he gave out Mike Calta's number, after he said in a text to me, you really are a nigger. And again, guys, why did you say that on the stream? Well, because I don't want your super chats. I've said this before. God damn it, I forgot the banner again. I've said this before. Boom, there you go. If you want to give me money, fucking rather than give $400 in a single super chat, that's incredible. Here's to you, fucking MLC, fucking dancing monkey orchestra. Actually, God forgive me, dancing monkey conductors. Here's to you for fucking, even though Kevin is hemorrhaging viewers over to Chad, Team Chad in those two, sorry, still. You're fucking digging in deeper and giving more and more money. And of course, when I say, who needs a $30 super chat? If you are going to give me $25 in super chats over a course of a month, would you please subscribe to Gun Friday so I can give it to Garrett and Steve, who fucking rule and take such good fucking care of me? Johnny P, how are you, man? Shout out to your girl. You know what I mean. Fucking, I keep forgetting. By the way, I found the picture she made us of the tits, and it's and I keep forgetting to grab it because it's in the studio. And I was afraid to take, and then we'll get back to the silliness. John, hey, Six, look at my girl. There's my girl. Six, say hi, everybody. Say hi. She's hi. John, it's if you guys don't remember, John's wife, miss her so much. John's wife, you sent us a picture. It's like this by this, and it's just her tits and hands smushed on the thing. And I found it in the studio, and I didn't want to take it home because I didn't want people staring at it. But I'll do it this week. John, I'll send you a picture of it when I put it up this week. All right. So, this is how I broke Kevin Brennan, guys. Again, When I gave out, sorry that you hate cats. You don't need, I'll ban you. Summer Gino, Jesse. Kevin is so consumed by hatred of me because I beat him. Because when I gave out his number and my number, he literally every time someone sent him a text, he got mad. He's like, well, I'll give out. And then he's like, he would text drunkenly, me and the boss, I'm going to give out Anthony's number. Anthony didn't care. Anthony didn't care. Yeah, Lenny, again, I knew, look, take the bait. Then I'll go to Rumble. Lenny, I don't do this for the money. You're another one that's trying to stop the truth. I get it, Lenny. And again, I know you're trying to upset me, but I love what you guys are doing. I would not expect you guys to fucking lie, to sit in a chamber of lies on fucking MLC and Chad's show and then come and be like, but Gino, we're going to be besties with. No, I love what you're doing. He did, Chad. He gave out the number first. It's too long a story. I'll get into it later. But he got so mad at me that he's doing awful things that this is how I beat Kevin Brennan. Kevin cannot consider himself a comedian anymore, or at least the kind of comedian that that I would think everyone in this thing respects. Am I good? Oh yeah. At least not the kind of comedian that everyone in this stream respects, okay? Because he's the problem now. He's the people we make fun of. He's trying to cancel people. What did he do in the past? And then he complains when he gets canceled. When you take out the fact that he used to do stand-up, this is two incidences in the past week. Well, one resurfaced, okay? One, he's a fucking 64-year-old man who posted a naked picture of Keanu to get back at me. But when you take out the get back at me, he's a 64-year-old man that posted a naked picture of a 30-year-old girl on his Twitter. That's disgusting. If I say, yo, I know this 65-year-old guy, all he does is post naked pictures of 30-year-old women on Twitter, you would say, oh my God, what a creep. You'd say, oh my God, what a creep. Well, then let's finish it. I know this guy, Kevin Brennan, who posts naked pictures of 30-year-old girls. He's 65. He posts naked pictures of girls less than half his age on Twitter. Oh my God, what a creep. But he thinks he's a comedian at war. He's not. Let's do another one. I know this comedian who fucking is trying to cancel comedians so badly that he literally called a black comedian, despite the fact that he uses the word nigger without giving it a thought, because it's in his brain. When you are a racist, you use that word as an adjective. When you're an intelligent comedian, you use that word as a teaching point. Okay? So again, if you don't like the word, then maybe you're not smart enough to be a comic right now, because we live in a war, because we're at war, and you need to be on the right side. And the right side is not the side that tries to guilt every single person for something that happened before we even existed. We live in a country that fucking has a rich history, just like Sad Boy SBE, just like Lenny Stinks, just like Abby Normal. Yeah, I get it. Abby Normal. We do. And you need right now to laugh at the mistakes you made in your life in the past, so it makes you stronger, because you need to laugh at yourself like we do as a country. Slavery was awful. We need to laugh in the face of anyone that thinks it's a good idea still. And trust me, a comic getting on stage that says the first person ever to say nigger please was Thomas Jefferson on his eHarmony profile, if you think that's endorsing racism, no, it's making fun of fucking a white president. Sorry that's not good enough for people that fucking think he should tear down his statues. How about if we tear down from within? How about if we fucking let people know what went on stage and let them decide? No, I fucking get to dictate the words you get to use. Stop it. You're smarter than that, Godfrey, or are you? But again, here's what else Kevin Brennan did. He called Godfrey to fucking try and get Chad canceled, and then I came up because he tries to cancel people now. Again, he's a cranky 65-year-old maintenance man, I'm told, living in New Jersey, that doesn't get on stage other than every couple months while Chrissy and Keanu are selling out fucking shows in it was a smaller room last night, but it was a sellout. Not like I'd become a sellout. And all he does is try to cancel them because, much like Kevin, he wants what they have. So again, Lenny, why wouldn't he? Like, of all the people that spend the day lying, you're saying Keanu and Chrissy lied about this story. Wow. The only thing that's better than the fact that you think that is if they decide to pursue this, and they haven't. because they're badass bitches. They owned it. They laughed. I explained it perfectly this past Thursday on In Hot Water. I have not inhaled yet. I explained it perfectly this Thursday on In Hot Water when I compared fucking the clip of Garrett and Steve when I made the Garrett and Steve are right, and we were laughing. And then I watched it again and said, you guys are jerks. That's literally what Keanu and Chrissy did. They laughed it off. They got on the plane and they sat there in fucking shorts instead of long pants and said, that guy's a jerk. And they're laughing at it while the rest of the world is like, this is a Me Too thing. I'll be your lawyer. Fucking shout out Yuji. Again, I love you guys. So of course he's gonna call it a lie, because that's what Kevin Brennan does. He lies about everything. He lies about everything. All right, let me see this. Ryan Myers, giving out Kevin Brennan's number was dumb and counterproductive, just like it was dumb and counterproductive when Brennan gave out Calta's number. The difference was you were friends with Brennan. Now, Ryan, let me take a sip of water and point something out. Because, again, this is a teachable moment. If you think that, Ryan, I respectfully think you're wrong. Because, again, I gave out Kevin Brennan's number when he fucking lost his mind. He gave out Calta's number. I can't keep doing this. I can't. Tell you what. I'll get to that part of the story. Actually, you know what? I gave out Kevin Brennan's number because a fan called into our show a week after he gave out Calta's number. And he hated Brennan so much, he said, is this Kevin Brennan's number? And me and Garrett said, I don't know. And it was such a quick fucking aside that we forgot about it. Then fast forward to the next day, I'm jumping rope, which I'm doing today. And he reaches out to me and he's like, you really left my number in that call? This is a guy. And again, Ryan, you can do all this shit, but Kevin Brennan is insane. And he fucking literally texted, you left my number. And we left out the most important part. And God, I'm tired. Yeah, it's a good name, Mr. Faversham. So after the fan gave out his number, and this hypocrite knew he couldn't get mad about it on the air, Ryan, because 2 days earlier or whatever, a week earlier, he'd given out fucking someone else's number and told people I hate him, call him and tell him I hate him. He went on our show and tried to act all tough and said, well, they gave out my number on Gino's show, but I don't care. No one watches. Then I guess the next day when Garrett didn't take it out and so many people fucking said no one watches, watch this, as Daddy says, and texted him whatever. I didn't even know because we didn't even care. And we didn't think Kevin cared because he joked about it. Again, Ryan, fucking, I guess he's a shitty comedian. Because that wasn't a joke. So he texted me. He literally texted me. Thank you. Jumping rope jumpers. He literally texted me. You really left my number on the show. You really are a nigger. And I quote, that's what Kevin Brennan said. Okay. And by the way, all the times I'm using this word now, I'm sure this will fucking, this will help bring, this will help me have a sit down chat with Godfrey. And that was hateful. And the minute he sent me that, I texted him back, thanks for the screen grab. And again, I beat him because Kevin knew he fucking got so angry and out over his skis that he was in trouble, Ryan. He was in trouble. And I fucking wrote back, you know what? I should find the fucking text thread. I should. And he knew he was in trouble. Let's read it right now, shall we? Buy me some time, guys. And again, let's get right to it. Okay. And again, I really want to send this. To Godfrey so he can understand. Okay. Here we go. When was it? All right, here we go. Simply put, so let's do it again. Let's have some fun here. Okay. So again, Godfrey, this is a man that you are trusting, like that I said all this racist shit. When this all comes from, and we'll get to that later. I'm going to be here 2 hours if this keeps up. This all comes from this moment from your friend who's calling me a racist, Godfrey. So again, he gives out Calta's number. Somebody calls in and gives out his number. He goes on the air and says, oh, they gave my number. I don't care. No one watches. He gets a shit ton the next day. You kept my phone number in your show. Wow, you really are a nigger. Now, let me explain. That's racist. That's hatred. That is saying someone who's a piece of shit is an N-word. Do you understand? That's racist. When I use it in a joke about Thomas Jefferson, that's a word. And if you can't tell the difference, then you're one of those people, and I don't mean black, Fucking, you're one of those people that want to control words and you're not smart enough to exist right now. Actually, let me take that back. You're exactly what the Democrats want. People that are afraid to fucking laugh and embrace our differences. So he puts that and I immediately write back, thanks for the screen grab. Now, oh God, I wish I had the clown music queued up. Hey, Google, play clown music. So again, come on. Here you go. So I say thanks for the screen grab, and we take you to Kevin's head. Oh my God. Oh my God, what did I do? What did I do? I know that I was raised to use that as a slur, but now it's in print. I'll, fuck it. And then he writes, normally I would, oh God, it's not even it. Hey, Google, pause. This is, oh wait. Hey, Google, play. So this is going through Kevin's head. Hey, Google, play. It's worth it. We'll take it out in post. Hey, Google, lower. So I write, thanks for the screen grab, and this music starts playing in Kevin's head. And I write, normally I would say, dude, I'm sorry. Garrett usually takes that out. Are you listening, Ryan? Hey, Google, louder. So after I make a joke, hey, Google, stop. Sorry. Look, I'm new at this. So after I say thanks for the screen grab, and I'm laughing because you know me, I write, normally I would say, dude, I'm sorry. Ryan, see if this is a good enough apology because I haven't given out his number yet, Ryan. Normally I would say, dude, I'm sorry. Garrett usually takes that out, but this is right after you gave Al Calta's number on a much more popular show. Wow, you really are a faggot. I love you, but you really are a faggot. Okay. And then I write, tell me what the difference is, and I'll make sure Garrett takes it out. Fair enough. Now, Ryan, I'd love to know your take on this. I'd love to know your take on this because I give him an out, and I'm like, let me take it out. Because as Gavin McGinnis would say later, we're in the business. People give your number out. It lasts 3 days unless you keep giving your numbers 64636965664 out to chat with fans and have them help you with show prep because they're the greatest fans in the world. So he writes, butthurt, we're supposed to be friends, but I guess not. You're a bigger bitch than Bill Schultz. I know other people that also want to beat the shit out of you. Have a nice day. So I'm giggling. I'm like, Jesus Christ. And I write back, why are you acting crazy? I honestly thought he was going to take it out. And he writes, also, we took Mike Calta's number out of the show. You're a nigger. He wrote it right there. We took Mike Calta's number. And again, Godfrey, I'm sorry for the offensive word. I'm just quoting your friend who's giving you fucking facts that cannot be corroborated about me. I'll say it again. Also, we took Mike Calta's number out of the show. You're a nigger. I'm glad Pat Dixon beat the shit out of you. Post this bitch. So I write back, fuck you. No, I don't. I write back, Garrett didn't take it out. He normally does. I'll find out why, and I'll have him do it now. Why are people still calling you, buddy? You said no. You said no one even cared about our show on the boss's show. And he writes, fuck you. Post this bitch. And I wrote, why don't you post it, buddy? I still consider you a friend. I'm not going to. I was actually texting Garrett to see if he could take your number out. And then I write, I apologize that my number has been out so long. I never even think it's a big deal. So I didn't even think to check with Garrett to take it down. I get prank calls all the time. I didn't even think a guy like you would give a fuck about that. I would think you would just ignore them. And then I wrote, I think somebody needs a few more cat pictures. And look, I sent this one. That's me in 6. Then I sent this one. That's me in 6. And then I wrote, anyway, I told Garrett to take it down. This is a Friday, but they probably can't do it till Monday. In the meantime, relax. I apologize. Again, I apologize. And just ignore it. It's a cell phone. You don't have to answer, and you can laugh at the stupid text. And then I text him, no response, and I text him Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I text him on Tuesday that they took it down first thing Monday. I'm like, they took the apps down, buddy. Sorry I didn't, and I still don't think sorry I didn't think, and I still don't think it's a big deal. Okay? There you go. And that's when he started texting. Now, Ryan, I don't know what else I can do, but that was followed by me going on the air Monday and getting so aggravated that he was being such a fucking piece of shit. And by the way, if that was Kevin Brennan in Roles Reverse, he was saying he was being such, and he would say that word again, the slur. I use the word. not the slur. I don't use the word nigger without thinking before I say it. Okay? It doesn't roll off my tongue like it does from Kevin Brennan, who's a racist. And I'm not trying to ruin Kevin because I love fucking watching you make him dance for super chats on Misery Loves Company. So again, Ryan, where's your fucking answer? Where's your answer? And then I went on the air Monday and I literally said, okay, Genta, I'd love to know what that means. And by the way, it's you are. What is that? Okay, 2 spelling errors in here. And yet, although I don't know what you mean. What is the double talk? And again, look, I love that fucking comment, but I need more context. Fair enough. But I love that context. I'm going to leave it up until I see something else. So, fair game. I'll leave this up. So again, I go on the air Monday and I'm like, look, for God's sake, what is that? Chat with us. I'm not starting to chat. And I said, it doesn't matter. I said exactly that. You can fucking ignore the calls. You can laugh at the text. I said, that is why. And I gave out his number several times. You can watch the episode. It's still up, but the number's blanked out. And I gave out mine as well. So again, I don't know what that means. I don't know. Mr. Goodnight, how are you, buddy? I did. But again, softcast, I speech to text all the time, and my shit's unreadable. You can ask Chad. So again, Ryan, a friend of mine wouldn't call me that. Do you understand? He fucking broke the code first. A friend of mine wouldn't make threats, wouldn't fucking say he was glad someone beat me up. Bob even called Kevin out on that this past weekend. A friend of mine would not fucking say, I know plenty of people who want to beat you up. And a friend of mine would not say, when I apologized 2 separate times, Ryan, a friend of mine would not fucking say, I'm going to tell other people to beat your ass. And finally, a friend of mine, when he walks into the studio and I said, look, I apologize. Let's hug it out. He wants to trash fucking the studio. And he like a queer says he's going to beat me up. Here we go. Watch this. I don't know why I'm reading it to myself. Here's context saying the N-word does not make you smarter, a comedian, giving out Kevin's numbers. Here's context saying the N-word. Watch this, Genta. It doesn't. Let me help you with that because I know it was a tough word for you to spell in there. I would say saying the N-word does not necessarily make you smart. And saying the N-word does not. Actually, I'll say this. Saying the N-word with a hyphen makes you a bit of a coward. Saying the N-word fucking without the hyphen angrily makes you a racist. Saying the N-word in a joke that points out how stupid we were as a country and actually mocks a president that people as woke as you hate, I think it's intelligent. And giving out Kevin's number was wrong, and I apologized immediately. But what precipitated it is what fucking made me give it out. And again, I apologized 3 times, Genta. That wasn't double talk. And if you're one of those people that can't fucking forgive someone, and again, it wasn't like I said, it wasn't like I'm just putting up these. I love it. And Percy Jones, it wasn't like I went on and said, did he give out Calta's number? I'm going to give out his. And again, that's the entire story. So again, you're allowed to think I'm an asshole for doing it. I have no problem with that. I really don't. But that's the entire story. Those are the facts in there. Indisputable. So again, Genta, and I was making fun of your spelling just because it stuck out at me. But again, I'm a very good speller, but I'm a chronic speech to texter. So I write a lot of shit wrong. No. I like when Genta, stay, baby. Stay, baby. Especially if that's really your picture. Please stay. But again, I love conversation like this. And but because unlike Misery Loves Company, which is all lies, unlike Chad, who fucking I was wrong to think I could keep him from lying. That's the story. And now, Genta, you make the choice you want. If you think I'm an asshole for doing it, I respect your decision. If you think saying the word, and I won't even say it anymore because you get the point. If you think that word immediately makes you a racist, you're giving too much power to words. Okay? That's my opinion. But if you don't like me for what I've said or done, I respect you. But understand, you're basing your decision on me by exactly what I've done. And that's fine. When fucking Dante and Godfrey, who honest to God, I considered friends up until all this stuff. And don't get me wrong. Again, we're not yachting together. They're black. I can't resist. Again, but I considered them guys that we'd say hi to if we were hanging out. Guys I would look forward to doing shows with Dante more than Godfrey because Godfrey's touring the country. So again, If you think I'm a racist, I'm not going to try and stop you. But I hang out with a lot of people and black guys. I'm kidding. I do. That fucking don't think I am. And that's my world. I hang out with people in real life. I'm not trying to win you guys over. Okay, I'm not trying to win you guys over. I'm trying to fucking dance like a monkey for you guys. And I'm trying to fucking Yes, Dante was Dante was indeed Dante Nero, buddy. Actually, Dante is still Dante Nero. Genta, no crosstalk. I'm kidding. Genta, but again, I respect what you're saying. I do. And can you at least give me that? Can you at least say, I believe everything you said and I still don't like you? That's fine. You could say, I believe, as long as you believe everything I said, and I think you do. Thank you, Genta. Then make your decision. But everything coming out of Chad's mouth is again a lie. Everything coming out of Kevin's mouth is a lie. And everything coming out of Bob's mouth on the show is not a lie because he doesn't talk. And now I get it, Bob. I get why you don't talk because you don't feel like playing this game. You just want to fucking take the super chat money. So good for you. Love you, buddy. And I hope you're not still mad at me. I should send you a text. There you go. And that's a funny joke. I'm sorry. Genta is an MLC shill. I don't think Genta is an MLC shill because what she said, despite the spelling errors, or maybe it's a he with a hot chick, what she said was a legit fucking point that I could counterpoint. Do you understand? So again, Genta, please. Hey guys, hit that like button. Smash that like button. So yeah. Genta, everyone lies. No, not everyone. Everyone I hang out with doesn't lie. Genta, watch this. You don't lie. You spoke your mind, Genta. You said to me, I think, I can't even remember what you said because I'm dumb. But you're like, you shouldn't use the word, and I'm using double talk. You weren't lying. You honestly believe that was true. That's your opinion. I don't lie. Not everyone lies. Chad lies. Watch this. Genta, Chad lies. Chad didn't get punched. I still think he was stealing catalytic converters, but no one can prove it. No one said this is Cumia country. Chad changed his lie, Genta. Changed his lie to, oh my God. And by the way, I forgot. Before he changed his lie to a second lie, he started saying, and the guy from Stoney's, because he also tried to drag fucking Steel Toe in, the owner of Stoney's, where Steel Toe does a show and sponsored, was there. I think he might have hit me. We're investigating that. Then he lied a second time when fucking Nobody Loves Onions called him out, and he left the lie about the Boston. And then he lied a third time saying I lied on purpose for the sake of good podcasting. And then he said, everyone lies. And I said, I don't. Kevin Brennan lies. That shit really happened to Keanu. Kevin Brennan lies. Okay. All the shit he's saying on the show is he says, Keanu pays my rent. Everything Kevin says about me is a lie. Okay. I'll tell you, it doesn't lie. You don't lie. Okay. Goodnight Mister doesn't lie. I don't think Lenny Stinks. Oh, Lenny Stinks lied. He said that didn't happen. Okay. My niece, nephew, my brother, they don't lie. Garrett and Steve don't lie. Garrett said fucking that girl that fucking Chad, because he's such a fucking piece of shit, is putting up pictures of her. And I said, and of course, I said to Bob, and I think he got it. I said it on air. On In Hot Water, we could show her account in every picture, but we never even brought it up. Okay. Never even brought it up. But Chad lies, okay, about, oh, I'm upset about my mother. Fucking no. Chad was fucking taking all the money when they were shitting on about it, okay? So Chad lies. Fucking Kevin Brennan lies. Oh, that's what I was saying. Who doesn't lie? Garrett doesn't lie. Garrett said that girl was Bob's wife's stepdaughter, and I believed him because Garrett doesn't lie. And the next day, Garrett, he wasn't lying. He's like, oh, we were wrong, and we apologized immediately. See how much more fun it is, Genta? See how much more fun it is? Okay, and by the way, your points are getting less and less salient as you go on. This is just, you're like, oh, everyone lies but you. Nope. It's not what I said. It's not what I said. I don't lie, though. Kevin lies. Fucking Chad lies. Fucking Ray DeVito's an idiot. That's not a lie. All right? Here we go. Nobody's more aware than that, but I think it's yeah. So the score here, hey, Stancil. Shout out Jim Stancil. I should send Stancil a link. Quit talking about Genta, good Lord. Jesse James, love you, buddy. I'm not talking about, here's the thing. Jesse, I'm not talking about Genta. I'm responding to Genta. And I'm pointing out, it better not get cloudy. And I'm pointing out more and more just how fucking that these guys like Genta and Lenny Stinks. All right, that is true. Actually, I don't think I ever said I was straight, Zach. I don't think I ever said I was straight. That all these guys in the chat, like Genta, like Lenny Stinks, they're winning because all MLC is, and I love it. You know what the highlight of MLC was this week for me? When he started shitting on our boy Ken Mosca because he's just got to lie about people. And then Patrick Melton goes on and he's like, yeah, Ken Mosca, blah, blah, blah. And Ken Mosca goes, he goes, who's Ken excuse me, Patrick Melton goes, who's Ken Mosca? And he's like, well, like this is how far gone Kevin is. Kevin is so far gone when someone says, who's Ken Mosca? He's like, how do you know? In his brain, and maybe I'm exaggerating, but he's like, like a sane person would have said, oh, yeah. Like he would have laughed at himself. Like this week when I said to Garrett, I'm like, yeah, they should have American Airlines. They should have all the O&A fans are going to tell the boss tweet and shit on American Airlines. And Garrett just goes, why? And I laughed at myself. I said, yeah, you're right. Kevin Brennan, if he was still in that fucking booze-addled brain, said the guy who's been sober 25 days and who's counting, he should have been like, yeah. Because Kevin used to laugh at himself a lot more. He doesn't. Yeah, look, don't take it from me. Take it from Ken Mosca. The guy's a fucking nobody. Ken's a loser. Ken stinks. Ken Mosca. I'll tell you Ken Mosca is, okay? Ken Mosca is a dear friend of mine and Chad's, and I'd love to know his thoughts on yesterday, who fucking, I would help bury a body. Ken Mosca, he's a big deal in AC. What's his name? I'll tell you. And he, one day he's like, hey, I'm taking you and your brother and your nephew golfing. And he treats us to everything. Look at my dumb face. And my nephew's like, who's this? I'm like, my buddy Ken Mosca, fan of the show. And he's just really nice golf course. We're having a great time. And my nephew, we didn't even finish the round, right, Ken? We were having so much fun. We had to quit after 16 holes because it got dark. And Ken had to go see his Gumar. I just lied. There's no such thing. His wife, let me be honest. I had to go see Ken's wife, who's fucking hot. And then we went out to a dinner, and my nephew was looking at me the whole time. And I don't know if you know this. I love my nephew. He's like, Uncle Gino is so cool. So again, Ken, tell me the time, the place, and how many shovels to bring, because I got your back. That, by the way, that's who Ken Mosca is. That's who Ken Mosca is. And how much more fun is it telling a story like that? No. He just fucking Patrick Melton, like, who is Ken Mosca? Oh, by the way, Ken called me up crying. He's like, why doesn't Patrick that didn't happen. Ken, didn't you call me up crying going, why doesn't Patrick Melton know who nobody cares. The only people that care are you guys, and you should care. You should care. Ken, I don't know about you, but I was at home last night flipping between the Phillies and the fucking Sixers, both getting their asses handed to them in unison. That was a fun night. I don't know about you. So again, that's Patrick Melton's, clip it. Send that to Patrick. Hey, title this one, that's who Ken Mosca is. So again, I'm not sending Mosca the link. I don't think he wants the link. I don't even know. I might have to send someone a link. Pulper 80, again, I'm sorry. Let me apologize to Pulper. I'm sorry, Pulper, that again, I don't have super chats. So I'm sorry that you think I need to keep you 154 hype train. Sorry that you think, Pulper, you're spoiled. You're spoiled, Pulper, from living in the MLC verse. You're spoiled, Pulper, from jumping back and forth between MLC and Chad because you think I give a fuck what you think. I love you. I love your input, but I don't know what's frustrating. So again, that's you. Now, normally the old Gino would have banned you and said that'll show you, but that was stupid. And again, I can someone tell me how to let fucking TK Suso back in? I know Ian Hawk fucking loves this so much he had to get a new one. Are you cross-talking Kelly and Jim? I love fucking these guys. Hold on. Mr. Good night. I agree, but I grew up around rampant racism, so I know it well. I would consider myself a racist, but maybe that's why I'm not one. I don't even know what that means, cross-talking. Say Mabel for Pulper. So Pulper, I says Mabel. Mabel, I says. And again, like, let me go back to this fucking piazza. Shut that fucking dog up. I would consider myself a racist, but maybe that's why I'm not one. Lenny, who gives a fuck what you think about yourself? I say this about people like who had, like, I'm lucky. I grew up in a Norman Rockwell painting. And as a parent, parent's a verb. You either give the kids, once you're grown up, you let it go, and you either give your kids the life you had growing up or the life you wish you had. And I'll say it again. I grew up, my grandparents used that word. On the farm, my grandfather would use that word. And even then, I'm like, ooh, that's an ugly word. So that is why I make jokes about it, trying to fucking disarm the word. Okay? But you're not allowed, if you just hide things. Did you go to school, Lenny? If we forget the past, we're doomed to repeat it. And that's what people want to do. They don't want to laugh at the mistakes we made and move forward. No, I'm in charge of that word. You're not. You're a comedian. Comedians now more than ever need to attack these things, not each other. All right? And by the way, I hate to say Gino was right, but where the fuck was Pat Dixon on the stream Thursday? He'll never be Friday. He'll never be back again. You know why? Because Chad was right. He brings Tony Romo, Zumach was right. Fucking, they bring nothing to the table. All right? You can't shit on a guy like Pat Dixon. One, because he's a hero for hitting me. And two, Pat can't talk about the alleged incident for some reason, almost like because he knows people will clip it and use it against him. Whatever happened to that t-shirt he had, Fruit Punch, is that still up? I hope so, because I sent it to the Manhattan DA. Pulper, I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about the chat. You know what? As an apology to Pulper, I'm going to do the hype train. Okay, you ready? See? Watch this. I will dance like a monkey. I'll sing for my supper to apologize. I don't want your money. Watch this. Hey, Google, play.
Nothing's playing right now.
Hey, Google. I suck at this. I should have it on my phone. Hey, Google, play clown music. Hold on. I'm apologizing to Pulper 80. Ready?
Playing on Spotify.
Hold on. This chat was boring. Sorry, Pulper. All right. I can't even do it. Hey, Google, pause. Pulper. I'm sorry that the chat's boring. Then leave. I'm enjoying the chat. Okay? By the way, shout out to Jim Stansel, who wears strength shoes so he can jump higher. Yeah. Maybe, tell you what, when you can jump up to kiss that fucking chick Jocelyn James on the lips, then you'll know they're working, buddy. Again, sorry about the confusion, Pulper. Pulper, what am I saying? Pulper, it was crosstalk. I thought people said no fucking crosstalk. Want to see 6 on my fucking thing? Look at my babe. Oh, sorry. Because of the glare, you can't see her. There she is. She's on the chair. All right. Where was I? I was here. All right. So again, all right, this is a good time. By the way, this is how it all started, okay? Everything ties into itself, all right? I would argue this all started in June of 2021 when me and when I went down with Kevin Dombrowski to the Starboard in Delaware. And it was a sold out fucking show. Don't get me wrong, it's a bar. I shouldn't even say sold out because it's such a weird layout. And it's so fucking crowded. And the host is this guy, Matt Scarpelli, who stinks. He's a drunk. I'm saying that. Again, I said this story's never changed. I said he was a drunk back when I was drinking. Okay? So there you know it. All right? And he gets so drunk that when I do that joke about Thomas Jefferson, I guess 2 people left. You couldn't tell. 2 people left. And by the way, after the show, you can't make this up. As God is my witness, I'm hanging out by the bar and 2 white chicks, as Karen as fucking Kevin Brennan has become, literally say, I can't believe you said that on stage. And while I'm like, why? I'm trying to explain to these fucking drunk college kids. A young black kid walks by, he's like, dude, that was dope. That's how the kids talk these days. And I'm not making that up, and I don't care for you, but I'm sorry, gent, I don't lie, and that's what happened. Fast forward to the following day when Berg starts wanting out, and fucking Matt Scarpelli wasn't in the room because he was drunk, got an email. And by the way, the room, this is where all the Christine shit started as well. The room was run by fucking Christine and fucking Matt Scarpelli. And I used to say to Aaron, in fact, I'll never forget, I fucked up the phrase because Scarpelli brought nothing to the table. Matt Scarpelli would just sit there, get drunk, and take half the money because he lived down there. And I said, And I said one time, I'm like, Christine's doing all the booking. She's up here bringing down New York comics. And I said, Matt Scarpelli is taking money out of your daughter's mouth. And Aaron just looks at me like, food, Gene? Is he taking food out of my daughter's mouth that I would buy with the money? So anyway, someone sent an email saying, oh my God, half the crowd walked out when he said that word, which was a lie, but they were Karens. And because fucking Matt Scarpelli wasn't in there, he was drunk. He just said the next day, yeah, I guess that's what happened. Told Christine, and fucking I'll never forget, as fucking Garrett and Steve are my witness, he goes, oh my God. And he wouldn't even let me talk about it. Well, it's not that he wouldn't let me, but it's like it wasn't even worth talking about. He's like, he just ran with it because that was his out. Gino's a racist. Fucking then Bob's like, oh, he means well. He doesn't. And that fucking spread that, oh my God. And then Aaron started the, oh my God, here's a review of you saying it on stage. Again, it's another reason I don't miss New York Comedy Club. I said that joke on stage and some woman's like, oh my God, he's screaming that word. And then the legend builds. And yet, Godfrey, that's the joke I tell on stage. Yet then you get Ray DeVito. Gino screamed the N-word on stage, which was blown out of the water by every single person who was there. There's no footage of me doing any of these lies, Genta, that are told about me because I don't. And anything I say, I own, okay? Those two monkey comments, honest to God, that's me clapping back. It's the equivalent of me double talking, Genta, as fucking, just me as a comic saying, there you go. But I never said the phrase fucking, what's his name? God forgive me. Maybe it's a good thing. Godfrey is this. No, it's just us having fun. And if you are offended by that and think I'm a racist and I'm not just joking around, I understand. But let me tell you, Godfrey is not going to hit me. He's not a violent idiot. The racists are people, and he can hate me, and he can say all the things he wants about me, and that's his right. That's his fucking right. Because I don't know if you know this, blacks have the same rights as white people, Kevin and Chad, who think they're animals, that the second fucking they're mad at someone, they fucking fight them, which is why Chad furthered the lie more than anyone. I don't even know why Godfrey still talks to Chad. I don't. But that's not my business. That's not my business. And shout out to Mule, who's like, God, you and Chad have to team up. What don't you guys get? Like I was ever going to team up with Chad, okay? I voted for that black president, Mr. Goodnight. I did. I voted for him. I did. Voted for him. Last time I voted. Hype train. Okay? But again, why would if you watch In Hot Water, and I know you do, if you watch In Hot Water, you see all the fun me, Garrett, and Steve are having, and Bobby when he's there, and the guests and the callers, because we like each other, and we trust each other, and we know we can be open and honest with each other. Why would I ever want to do that with Chad? We want to do it to take down Kevin Brennan. I know you don't believe me. I don't even, but you've got to realize I don't care about taking down Kevin Brennan. I care about Chad fucking stopping the lies about me from Kevin Brennan, and I don't even care about that anymore. Because Chad was given 2 opportunities, and he went in with the mindset the second time, he's trying to win over my fucking viewers. No one's trying to win your viewers, Chad. They're all yours. I encourage people to go there from MLC. I do. And again, not because I want to fucking destroy MLC. I want to troll the trolls and make them pay more money to keep MLC going. I do. So again, I don't know what you don't get about that. But again, I would never, I tried to help Chad. As Ken Mosca is my witness, and I'll have a chat with Ken later this week, maybe today, maybe while the Phillies are fucking up another game, you know? But I was nothing but honest with Chad. And despite what people say, like he's so bad. Chad needs MLC. He should stop trying to destroy it, although he can't change his bit because he doesn't know how to podcast. He's a terrible podcaster. He's a terrible, like I literally went in and he's like, oh, he comes in yelling at me. Nope. I yelled after I went like this. Okay, Chad, you go. You had a week. What did I lie about? Blah, blah, blah. Just say, I know I had a week. You don't lie. And you're telling me you fucking spend the whole week fucking chatting with me and you can't think of one thing I lied about? I'll tell you why you spent the whole week chatting with me and didn't think of one thing I lied about because you fucking know I don't lie. And that's why it was so easy to talk to me. And maybe in your head, you're like, oh, I think I can work things out with Gino. And then you just go on and you won't apologize. You won't. I apologize to Chad. I'll do it again. Sorry that I got drunk and sent those long, angry threads when I should have just texted you succinctly, stop taking money for lies. I didn't. Sorry I didn't do it, Chad. But again. Now let's see what Ryan has to say. Ryan, Ehrenberg comes across, thank you, Ryan, as a tattletale, but your incessant rants about COVID made some shows unbearable. It was clear that Berg was getting more and more irritated about it. I think he really got irritated when the vaccine he got gave him a heart attack. And again, too bad. It was during COVID, and so many people reached out to me and said, yeah, we need you to talk like this. And by the way, I wish you listened to me, Ryan, because again, it's amazing that we have all these clips when all I was doing was talking about COVID of misinformation, who, by the way, came about because I was talking about COVID. Ryan, I get it. You think I'm going to say this to you. What I should have said to Chad when I went back into a thread. What would you like to happen? The show's great, Ryan. And when we talk about COVID, we turn it into jokes. Misinformation was based on a COVID rant. Became a great character. We miss Aaron. Fucking Cormel literally came back when I did an article about how none of the things they told us about COVID worked, and it became an instant clip. I get it, Ryan. You lost. I get it, Ryan. You're vaccinated. I get it, Ryan. You wish you'd listen to me instead of bitching. I get it. But you didn't. As I said to Aaron one time, and he literally tackled me off the chair. Ryan, come here. Come here. Take the L on this one, Ryan. Take the L on it. And by the way, go watch Berg's Base. Aaron was irritated because he wanted to fucking be the funniest guy in the room, and it turns out we were all funny. And maybe that's not fair of me to say. Actually, I take that back. Whatever. And he was irritated because I've said this. He was irritated because he thought this being behind a paywall was costing him money. He was irritated because he got on stage every fucking day and did as well as fucking famous people selling out arenas. He's like, where's my fucking money? He got impatient. He left. I'm told what he's doing on TikTok now is killing. Good for him. But again, you got to let it go, Ryan. You got to let it go. Because again, we're having more fun than ever on the show. And I hate to tell you, sometimes we do bring up COVID. Okay? I'll tell you this. Kevin lives in a glass house. He called Chappelle the N-word. By the way, Marcus Welby, who's a troll, was nice enough to say, Gino went from doing nothing for the in-out water to ranting over everyone about COVID. All right. Well, again, Marcus, let me say this to you and your chicken, Marcus. I stole that bit from Bob. Shut up, black guy and chicken. Nothing is funnier than when Bob goes, shut up, fuck you, bird. It's better than shut that fucking dog up. Again, I don't know what you want from these comments, Marcus, but that's your opinion. We have plenty of people who thank me every day for my opinion. I have plenty of people who say, cut back on the... I have plenty of people texting me at 646-369-6564 that I welcome every day and catch up with. So again, Marcus, I don't know what to tell you here other than go on the internet and Google www.anything else. There's anything else will come up. You could see a mandingo with a giant dick standing alongside a fucking lady man boy with a tiny micro penis. You can. You could see a girl shitting on a guy's dick while we play chili dog. Again, you could go to steeltoe.com and watch that great podcast. You could go to MLC. There is literally an infinite amount. They just made 3 more sites, mostly porn, while I said that. And this is what I get. We don't like your show. If ever there was I don't think there's a weaker argument in the world right now. I don't think there's a weaker argument in the world right now than I don't like your show. Then Google anything else. Jesus Christ. You just want more victims. Oh, you ruined everything. I miss my old in hot water. Keep missing it. What a fag. All right. So again, where was I? Chill Zone. Chill Zone's open? Look at that. Pulper 80. Is it? Hey, Google Play.
Nothing's playing right now.
I hate this. I don't like this. Hey, Google, play clown music. I got it. Watch this. I'll fix it.
Circus music by the Hit Crew. Sure.
Pulper, here you go.
Spotify.
Here you go. Hold on. Nobody like onions. I'm doing the hype train. Hold on, Patrick. Patrick, did you hear me giving you love? Hey, Patrick, Pulper 80's in a better mood. I don't know how does he do the hype? All right. So I'll say this. Patrick, hopefully you heard me give you props earlier when you literally said, Who the fuck is Ken Mosca? Hold on, I know what I'm doing. Watch this. You're gonna be proud of me, sir. Give me 1 sec. Yeah. All right. Now we got a game. I think it proves my point, Melton. Thank you guys for holding. I think it proves my point. Like Kevin, well, what Kevin's doing, and I wouldn't be surprised if Cunha went on, because Kevin is trying to save face. And I don't know how, like, let me ask you this, Patrick, and I'd love to send you a link if you're interested. If you want me to send you a link, text me your email at 646-369-6564 or email me at ginobisconticomedy.com. But I will say this, Patrick, and again, I'd love to have you on. I will say this. Or just put your don't put. I will say this. One, you have to look at Kevin and be like, the guy's faltering. No one wants to work with him anymore. You know, all his guests stink because they're not Chad. He needs a scratching post. You can't shit on Ray DeVito. People feel bad for him. Bob's trying. You can't shit on Pat Dixon. He's the hero. You can't shit on a guy who's a fucking hero for fucking breaking someone's jaw. By the way, sorry again, Ryan Myers, but I was right about COVID, right about everything. And not just me. Not just me. A lot of people. And the boss, I think the boss, if the boss does it, it's because they have that show coming up at Sojo's, and the boss is fucking loyal to Bob still, or Shuley, and he wants to help move tickets. Fucking hype trains don't move tickets. So that's what I think. You know what I mean? It's that fucking simple. By the way, let's see what this is. Let's see what, by the way, Anthony just sent me a link. Hold on. Checking out a link that Anthony sent. Give me 1 sec. Yeah, so that's what I think, Patrick. I think Anthony will do it to help move tickets. Oh, hold on. I should.
When you said in that video that Ms. Leeds would not be your first choice, you were referring to her physical looks, correct?
You got.
All right. Hear what she says? Whatever. You wouldn't be a choice of mine either.
Oh, it's just a fucking fun little. All right. So sorry about that. Patrick, does that answer your question? I was checking to see if you texted me if you want to come on, but I'm too stupid to. Look, Patrick, I'm getting better. It's real time. That's my thoughts on that. Okay. Sorry that we had a lull in the action here. I'll make it up to you. I should have done that. All right, so back to my coffee and the thread. So again, that's how all that started. Oh my God, Pat Dixon, coward Pat can be a man to come because Pat is too coward. I don't know what that means. Coward Pat can be a man to come because Pat is a coward too? I don't know. Let's get back to outside the bathroom. I don't know why that's funny. You think. But who the fuck? By the way, hopefully you were in here when I told you who Ken Mosca was, Patrick. Hopefully you were in here. If that's even really you. Oh, did he really? Race. Patrick, he's terrible. He's literally, Patrick, am I wrong? He's Stuttering John. He's the Stuttering John of the Shuley Network. And I say this all the time. The three funny comedians on fucking Howard Stern in order of their appearance were fucking Jackie, Artie, Shuley, okay? And Bob Levy counts as an outsider, even though he was never. I just don't count him in that because he was never paid like he deserved to be. But you get guys like Stuttering John who, thank God, or we wouldn't have all this great content on the Shuley Network and who are these podcasts of when he was being made up by Howard. In his mind, Stuttering John is like, oh my God. Howard Stern came up to me and said, I'm so bad at radio. I need a brilliant comedic mind like yours to save my show. And that's Shuley. Excuse me. That's Shuley with Ray. Forgive me. Ray's like, oh my God. Shuley came up to me and said, you're such a brilliant comedic mind, even though your producer has to carry your podcast and deserves 70 to 80% of the super chats. You deserve 20 for bringing them all in to laugh at you, Ray. He's like, yeah, they needed me to save this network. Am I wrong? Watch this. Prove me wrong. Sal the stockbroker was not a comedian. He'll be the first to tell you he was not a comedian. By the way, the day fucking what's his name? Mike Bichetti saved my life. It was a show, I told you, where fucking Sal and Richard were touring, and they said, we need comedians on the show. So I hosted. Shout out, Keanu, if you're still listening. They need strong hosts. That's what she's holding down the fort in Dallas. Fucking love those girls. I love those three. By the way, if you know anyone in Dallas, fucking in the area, go see my girls, fucking Chrissy Mayer, Keanu C. Thompson, and lovely Lila Hart. Alex Stein did a guest spot last night. What was I going to say? I see. Now look at this. This is a lie. Now, if you had a face behind your thing, this is what you guys need to realize in the chat. No one believes you. Even when you tell the truth, why would anyone believe you? Okay? Because you're all just a cartoon dog and no one cares. Frankie McRibs, Sal the cockstroker. But yeah, they used to take me on the road with them. It was me, Mike Bichetti, and fucking, God forgive me, the old guy. It's over for me. Guys, it's over. Just dig a shallow ditch. Ryan, I agreed with many of your opinions regarding COVID, but the discussion got repetitive. People want to listen to your show to get away from the trip. No. Well, they had other shows they could have listened to. And I love that we brilliantly combined information that so many people, my friend fucking Lump literally said it may have helped save his life because I told him how much vitamin D he should be taking. Okay. So you can say what you want, but we gave you the news in the best digestible format with more comedy than anything. And I'm sorry that you got sick of COVID, but they never let it go away. And that's why you're sitting there vaccinated, hoping you live another day. I'm kidding. I'm just trying to bust your balls. I bet you're not vaccinated, Ryan. You seem like a smart guy. So again, Ryan, I agree with what you're saying, that's definitely your opinion. But fucking, I got so many other ones that said, never stop telling the truth. And it wasn't. And here's another reason it happened like that. I'm not disagreeing that it wasn't repetitive. It was just every time I said something, where do you think Gino was right came from? And every time I said something, they tried another way to shoot it down. And I would use, much like everything else in my life, I would use the same thing I'd been saying for fucking months to disprove that fake news. Okay? And when you can tell you what, Ryan, maybe if fucking you'd listen to me, you'd be noticing that since Fauci left, the only two differences is he has $12 million more every year in his bank account, and there hasn't been a single new variant. So again, Ryan, you cannot like what I'm saying, but let me tell you what I told our friend, the guy with the chicken and the rooster, the dude with the rooster, www.anything else. Google that, okay? But again, Ryan, I'm sorry if I'm getting heated. I respect what you're saying, but you're just wrong. You're wrong. You didn't need it, but other people did, and other people are thankful for it. What's this? Dave Sarah. For someone who talks about tickets so much, KB doesn't seem he's not. And I mean, again, he's watching. I don't know if he's watching this stream, but he's watching everything Daddy do. He is. He misses Daddy. He watches me jump rope with my rippling abs. Okay, maybe I have an eating disorder. But my point is, like when I posted that picture of Keanu in front of a sold out crowd in Vegas, the next day, all he could say was, the next episode, all he could say was, oh, they're selling out shows, but they don't have any dates. She has dates every 5 months. You don't even have dates every 5 months, Kevin. You don't. And I get it. You don't want to do stand-up anymore because you're miserable. You want to sit in your house, try and save your marriage. I get it. No one cares. No one cares. But again, I want to thank guys like Alex Watts, Giza Lou, Junior Coltrane, does Mountain need testosterone stuff? Colt C. I want to thank you all. That's such a good line, Colt. I even get that it calls back to the thing. I want to thank you all for keeping the fucking insanity going with these guys. I really do. They're fucking insane. Just checking. Nope. I'm not doing any spots today. Budweiser good. Okay. So there you go. Custodian. By the way, I saw that picture of Brennan, and I don't think he's a custodian at all. I said it last week. I'll say it again. There's no way you could stream as many hours as he does and not have been interrupted. He's never ended a bream abruptly. He's never ended a stream abruptly. He hasn't. There's no way you can fucking be a maintenance man like that and not fucking and not be interrupted at some point. Plus, all the keys looked like he had 9 of the same car keys. I don't know what he's doing. Yeah, I mean, maybe he's bragging that he's doing well because while Steven Crowder only has one car to control his wife, Brennan's got 7. Maybe that was it. Gino, plug your appearance, you piece of garbage. I don't know who Omom is. Dirty water tornado warning, yo. I don't know what that is. 70-year-old stay-at-home dad. Yeah, I mean, that's what he does, Dustin. That's what he does. People don't want to admit Gino's right about COVID because it shows they were wrong. They don't want to talk. It is. And again, it's not about, but again, the thing is, I don't mind you fucking being a sore loser. And again, like the COVID stickers are staying up longer now, but it's just when you can attack me because I was right and you were a fucking pussy. Okay. You can recall I was sending out fucking Antonio Brown cards. I was part of the fucking fight. I'm proud of that. Okay. And while they backpedal on all this shit, you sit there like, well, you ruined In Hot Water. Nah. In Hot Water was fucking great. That's why if all we talked about was COVID, then the In Hot Water YouTube page wouldn't have all these clips from when Aaron was there over the past 2 years. Or they'd all be like, hey, we'd love to have clips from the past 2 years, but all Gino did was talk about COVID over Aaron. It's not what happened. You're sore losers. Get over it. Pulper, he meant the date for 5/6. It was always found to be Saturday night. I don't know what. Yeah, he's Pulper. I still don't know what happened. Oh, yeah, what? He got the date wrong. He's streaming tonight. Oh, this is the tweet in question. Last night, Kevin had a live stream going, but he never appeared, so it was just 60 of us. By the way, and again, that's how much you love fucking with Brennan. 60 of you are waiting in the chat for 45 minutes alone. He's trolling you there. Come on. Mike from Utah. What do you mean you can't drink coffee this late? It is so, and you know what it is? It's fucking Wawa coffee, you musty son of a bitch. Or is it musky? Junior, I don't think the audience will ever completely leave him. I don't. I think Chad had a chance to split that audience down the middle. Fucking, we literally, I'm told, had 500 or 600. I don't know. I don't pay attention. But I know he hit an all-time high. I think he said that. Forgive me if I'm lying. That's what I heard. I know his numbers shot way up when I went in, and he kept throwing me out of the thing. Because, again, you're not man enough to fucking host your own fucking show. You're not man enough to fucking respond to fucking questions. You're not man enough to fucking let me yell and then respond to it because everything I said he had no comeback for. Trust me. I think we know Chad well enough that if I yelled, Chad, you live in Chad, you're gay. He'd be like, I'm not gay. Yeah, because you're not. You're not. That was a lie. But if I said something to him that he didn't know was true, you think Chad would be like, why are you yelling? And that's the best. That's the best that little girl could do. Sorry, Chad. But you don't go, okay, now stop yelling at me. Shut up. Shut up. All Kevin Brennan did was yell at you. And Chad lied about his mother. Don't act like you're still upset about don't act like you're upset about your mother now. Okay? You can act like you're upset that you let that go on when you were fucking using your dead mom to make money. You can't. You can use it as an excuse, which is a lie, to justify Genta, who's gone, to double talk. Well, here's why I'm showing Bob's stepdaughter. He fucking was going to jerk off on a picture of my mother. And you went with it because it was a good fucking bit. And it got you viewers and made you super chats. You're not allowed to look, your mother's dead. She knows. I said it to his face. She's dead. Get over it. We all have dead parents. Cancer. Don't lie and act like it really upset me when it was going on. It didn't. I did lie when I said Chad didn't lie anymore, but I wasn't lying. I was just rooting for him, and I honestly believed he hadn't. Let's go to the chill zone, which is now open. Hold on. Let's see if this works. You know what you get for that? Hold on. You get a hype train. Hold on. It's easier on my phone. That's good stuff. Dude, I drink it morning, noon, and night. They say the three, by the way, I mean, I'll say it again. I'm either really healthy or dying. I don't care anymore. I feel like as healthy as I've ever been. And I saw an article. It's like, here are the 5 best liquids to drink for autophagy. You ready? Black tea, green tea. That's what I drink. Black coffee. That's what I drink. Water, obviously, and vinegar. And by that, I'm sure they mean apple cider vinegar. So My body is. Remember when I used to say autophagy? What an autophagy I was. So I'm really enjoying the not drinking thing, because again, we're the sum of everything that put us here. By the way, Frankie says Pat Dixon took drugs himself and punched Gino in the face. Facts, hasn't changed. And without that, I wouldn't be fucking dating the funniest, sexiest, smartest gal, strongest woman I know. Back to Pat Mountain. Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry, Pat. Fauci is a fake. No, Fauci is a legit fucking billionaire. I did see that, Nicole. Did he say he went to the N-word museum? I guess I could say it at that time, but yeah, and he got fired. It's insane. He took drugs. Oh, what's that, Mr. Faversham? Okay, so watch this, Ryan. And again, Ryan, all due respect, I don't know how the internet works. I don't know, but I would imagine since he said the shows during COVID were great and you said they sucked, you cancel out. So again, it's up to me to decide, and I think they were great. I know they were fun. How does that make you feel, Ryan, when someone says the opposite of you? Like, let me guess, you sit there and say, no, you're wrong, I'm right? You need proof, like I have, about COVID. Vitamin D was fucking the thing they needed to give everyone. I'm hearing stories now, and again, I don't know to believe anything anymore. I'm hearing stories that this remdesivir shit was like, that's another reason they fucking wouldn't they wanted people to go to the hospital so they could fucking move the remdesivir, the old stock. I don't know what you're talking about, John, but I'm inclined to believe you. Dixon never apologized. He doubled down and made more problems for the boss, not for me. I handle my own shit. He's still and again, I don't know what that is. Lenny, I've been a KB Psycho fan for 7 years. We don't leave. Yeah, there you go. Shout out Lenny. Don't say Psycho fan. You're loyal, Lenny. You're loyal. Good for you. Jake 1G, my love for Frankie combined is a gift from Christ. That's fucking beautiful. To Jesus, everyone. Lenny would argue that that KB is the best broadcaster of all time other than Stern. I would say he's the best storyteller other than Artie, because everything he says is a lie and he keeps you fucking engaged. Hey, LG phone guy. What was Mike's hammer called? I don't even know what that is. Is that a joke? Oh, the Tranny Buster 3000. I'm sorry, LG phone guy. The TB 2000 or something. Mike, what was it called? You sent it, the Tranny Buster. That was great. I forgot about that. Love you, LG phone guy. Thank you. Look, me and Ryan fucking agree. Black coffee, motherfucker. Black coffee, so good for you. See, we can agree to disagree, Ryan. The TB3, the Tranny Buster 3000. You know it, buddy. I love that. No, not 4,000. As a man who can take a punch, says Manouche, what tips can you give in this regard? Well, what did Homer say? First, you scream like a woman. Then you roll in pain. And when he's walking away in disgust, Pepe, that's the time to kick some back. No, I don't know. You fucking jump rope. But jumping rope, fun fact, jumping rope increases your bone density. So it didn't help with my jaw. But again, like, do you understand how great it is to be me? Because I sit here knowing I walked away from that punch, made me a stronger person. I'm looking forward in the next 2 days to my girl coming back from fucking a 2-week tour, fucking crushing it, doing what she loves. All that he looks forward to is moving court dates and the things hanging over his head. And again, I'll say it again. I'll say this. If you don't think Kevin Brennan lies, the only thing dumber than getting accurate information about comedians in New York from 2 guys that live in South Jersey is thinking you're getting up-to-date crime report information from a guy that lives in Tennessee. But again, that's up to you. I wouldn't stop you from watching the fucking I always forget from watching the fucking film study school, whatever that is that crime report has become. I really would not. Or fucking Men Are Talking, which is an absolute embarrassment to the Shuley Network, and I love Shuley. Alexandria, oh, look at that gorgeous cat. See, you're cute too, Alexandria. Yeah, Chad can't think of his feet. He's a mouth-breathing meathead. He is. I get it. I tried to help him. And by the way, for all I'm saying, I will definitely fucking I should have the boss stream in someday, even if for 5 minutes. For all I'm saying, Like to oh, it's Saturday, thank God. For all I'm saying, I'm still gonna watch Chad's stream. I am. Like, at least he makes it interesting to watch fucking Brennan lie, you know? And plus, I can't wait to watch it Monday because I'm sure when fucking Brennan shits on me, Chad will pile on. That's fine. Let's go back to the chill zone, which is open. But by the way, let's go back to fuck it. Petition for Crap Colombo to replace the dump. Two signatures so far. Again, I don't know if that's a compliment or an insult to Steve. I don't know. Anthony Cumia for president, GB for VP. See how I did that, Mr. Strong? It's not bad. AC for POTUS, GB for VP. I think that's how it works. LG phone guy, you did indeed forget. I got the base. Is that a hammer, Jaquan? I'm not going to lie to you, fucking Ryan. It is such good black coffee. Like, I got the Wawa coffee, Ryan. I don't know where you're from. And again, I really apologize to TK Suso. Please make a new account. I'm glad Ian did. Like, I'm sorry that I lost my temper with them and blocked them because I do love having debates with you. Genta, I'm sure, left because everything it said I blew out of the water. Or maybe they just got tired of being owned. I don't think there's really Mark Twain. Because Bob doesn't talk. I don't think Bob's a liar. I think Bob just doesn't talk. And by the way, I'll say this again. I apologize to Bob. I'll do it again on my stream. Because when Chad, that wasn't, you cannot convince me that wasn't Chad you cannot convince me that was not a fake caller. Okay. When he said, oh, it's fucking Chad. I really think it was a fake caller using that number. I don't think Bob is doing some fucking pro wrestling bit. And I don't think Chad is dumb enough to do it. I don't. I think Bob's the guy that and watch, don't get mad at me, Bob, but I'm telling you, I didn't make that video of you doing karaoke at your old fucking shit club that even you know they're faggots now at. I didn't. Fucking Tubby made that, put it on a fake account. But if he still believes I did that, I can see why he would believe but look, I learned it from fucking, I get trolled all the time with fake numbers. Like they used to do it fucking, what's her name? Alex Engelbert. I honestly, it was her, used to do it to Scally Face all the time. She would be like, did you just call me 7 times? I'm like, no. Or somebody did. At any rate, you know what? I apologize, Engelbert, who, by the way, I keep calling her fat to piss her off. She's not really fat, but she thinks she is. So, you know what I mean? Like when I say Keanu has an eating disorder, she's like, I don't. You do. Eat something. Yeah, like, and by the way, Mark Twain, I don't know if there is proof it wasn't Chad, because that fucking the simultaneous streams they show, I don't think they're linked up. But I don't think it's Chad. And I don't think Bob's a liar. I don't. I think Bob doesn't. I wish Bob was more honest. And by that, I mean just stuck up for me and said Gene didn't do that. Actually, I take that back because Bob, I'll say it again. He's like, Pat should not have hit Gino. He literally said it. And Kevin couldn't say much because he has to say allegedly. Convinced who Bob set up that Zoom call. I don't. You're allowed to think that. I don't think he did. Why didn't you block the punch and sweep the leg, you piece of garbage? I did have the Karate Kid headband on because he sucker punched me. You're the voice of the universe, aren't you? Could you imagine if I tried to do? You could fucking tell me Pat Dixon is coming in to punch you. I want you to block the punch and sweep the leg. I would have gotten hurt twice as bad. I would have fucking blocked the punch. He probably would have shattered my forearm, right? And then I would have went to sweep the leg, and I would have fucking I would have wrenched my ankle. Good Lord. It's not a good idea. Mark Twain said, yeah, like, okay, good for him. Gino as Roadhouse, no. Bob Levy has 7 felonies. I'm not Googling that, and I don't believe it, okay? By the way, that makes sense. Ski Mask made the call. Made the Bob call. So, wait, Junior, are you saying, by the way, there's a fake character. Are you saying, like, they're in cahoots? By the way, there's a fake character. I can't. It's like, this one's not bad. Don't you think? You look like the guy Chud Smallcocks that he house sitting for, I think he was house sitting for Lump or someone, and he just sat on the steps and jerked off. By the way, I love it. Ryan, fuck you. And you see me smiling when I say it. Ryan, fuck you. Because aren't you? I got to go jump rope, guys. I got to go jump rope. It's too nice out. I really have to go. Watch this. Hey, Google, what's the weather? So stupid.
Right now in New York, it's 71 degrees and partly cloudy.
I gotta go
Today,
jump.
it'll be partly cloudy with a forecasted high of 71 and a low of 54.
I gotta go jump rope. Guys, I literally do. It's too beautiful out. Look, I'm gonna cut this short. I want to go jump rope. It's a glorious day. It's a good day to jump. Well, hold on. Let me see if I'm in autophagy yet. Hold on. Bob Levy just texted me. Yes. Bob texted me. Hold on. I'm not going to read this. Hey, Bob, live streaming now. Hopefully you realize I'm not mad at you and I'm trying to make peace. I don't know what this is. I'll read it in a minute. Smiley face. Sorry about that. Hey, you guys, Chad, you guys, I know what show we're on and what it's all about, but the make fun of everything else, but please. Am I allowed to read this, Bob? Are you watching? Bob, I'm not going to read this. Oh, God. So, Bob, I think Bob likes me again, or at least doesn't want to kill me again. Yeah. So he sent me a text about Chad, and I'm not reading it unless Bob says I can. But I think what Bob is saying is exactly agreeing with me. Chad was not upset about his grandmother. He was not upset about anything. And I said that to him yesterday. You lied about that. Fucking, yeah. And trust me, like, I know Bob well enough that Bob would be like, yeah, it's good radio. Like, Bob's a nice guy off air. And he's probably like, yeah, don't worry about it. You know, it's a joke. But of course, Chad, who lies, you know, is going to say that. So there you go. There you go. Look, guys, I hate to do this, but it's too nice. You get 90 minutes. Here's what you do. Smash the like button. Watch like crazy. I should have made this for 1:30 so I could do 2 hours, which I never think I'm going to do. Maybe next week I'll have Bob on if he wants to talk to me. But again, Bob, watch everything I've said the past week. I'm sorry. I'm laughing at it all now. You know, but I still think Brennan's insane. And I like you better on Shuley. I'm sorry. I like watching you hang out with comics that are fun. All right. You're welcome, Pulper. Glad you had fun. That's it. You get 92 minutes this week, 150 people. Let's go out on a little fun music if it's still on here. I'm going to go fucking get some sun. You guys are the best.